Last time we talked about characters who blew up everything. Do you remember it? About 8 days ago. Yeah. What was I doing? I do not know. But what happens after destruction? Yeah, power rises. Mortals ascend, warriors awaken, and reality bends. These are 8 video game characters who didn't just gain strengths, they became God. Let's ascend. Number 1. Talion from Middle-earth Shadow of War. I like this game so much. I don't know why, but when I was a kid, I used to play this game and I couldn't finish it. The whole story of it was spoiled for me, and I couldn't finish it because I chose the tragic path. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. So, Talion begins as a ranger, a mortal man. Then he dies, and instead of passing on, he bonds with the wraith of, I don't know that name of that, that soul. The wraith of, I don't know. A race like Klebenbor, something like that. An elven spirit tied to ancient power. This fusion is not resurrection, it's transformation. This was what actually inspired me when I was a kid playing this game that was meant for adults. Talion became something in between. Not alive, not dead. In Divinity Original Sin, they called them Lich, but here, they're not entirely human. That's it. He walks through Mordor as a spectral warlord, so to speak. Orcs fear him. He dominates minds. He bends armies to his will. Death becomes temporary. Execution becomes ritual. But his true ascension happens when he forges a new ring of power. Not Sauron's, his own. With it, Talion doesn't just fight evil, he commands it. Fortresses fall under his banner, entire regions kneel. He stops being a soldier and becomes a supernatural force of domination. Eventually, he takes one of the Nazgûl rings, I suppose the pronunciation is right, and in doing so, he sacrifices his humanity completely. Talion becomes an undying wraith-lord, a being sustained by dark power. He didn't inherit godhood, he decayed into it. That's pretty awesome. Number 2, Dante, Devil May Cry 5. Dante was never fully human. He is the son of Sparda, a legendary demon who defied hell itself. For years, Dante balances 2 halves: human heart, demonic blood. But in Devil May Cry 5, something changes. He stops holding back. When Dante unlocks Sin Devil Trigger, it's not just a power-up, it's revolution really. His body transforms, wings unfold, energy radiates like a collapsing star. Reality fractures under his strikes. He doesn't fight demons anymore, he dominates them. The battlefield becomes his domain. Space distorts around his attacks. Blades cut through dimensional barriers. His presence alone tilts the balance between hell and earth. Dante doesn't pray to gods, he outgrows them. His ascension is acceptance. He stops denying his demonic heritage, and in doing so, surpasses the very beings that rule the underworld. This is bloodline divinity realized. Number 3. The Prince from the Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. The Prince begins as royalty, but royalty is nothing compared to control over time. Through the Souls of Time, he gains the ability to rewind fate itself. Mistakes disappear, death reverses, entire moments are undone with a gesture, that's it. But in the Two Thrones, something darker emerges. The Dark Prince. A manifestation of corruption and power born from the sands. When this form takes over, the prince becomes more than a warrior. He becomes a temporal anomaly. He shifts between forms. He manipulates casualty. He rewrites outcomes. Time ceases to be linear around him. In a universe where destiny is supposed to be fixed, the prince breaks it. Godhood doesn't always mean ruling people. Sometimes it means ruling cause and effect. And the prince bends both. Number 4. Jin Kazama from Tekken 6. Jin Kazama carries the devil gene. At first, it's a curse, a corrupting force inherited through blood, but eventually it becomes sovereignty. Jin stops resisting it. He embraces it, just like Malenia in Elden Ring. No, not Malenia. Romina in the Elden Ring DLC, that although Malenia actually resists rot, Romina in Elden Ring DLC actually embraces it, and we have some rich lore here that doesn't fit the purpose of our video, unfortunately. But Jin embraces it. Wings erupt from his back. Energy blasts tear through the sky. His body radiates infernal power. Conventional weapons mean nothing. Armies fall. Nations destabilize. In Tekken 6, Jin triggers global conflict intentionally, awakening the ancient entity Azazel. His logic? Only by confronting a godlike being can he end the devil gene forever. He doesn't just fight a demon, he rivals one. At full power, Jin operates beyond human scale. He flies, he projects energy capable of leveling battlefields. He survives forces meant to annihilate cities. He becomes the embodiment of inherited divinity. Not holy, but absolute. Number 5. The Nameless One from the game Planescape Torment. Some ascensions are physical. This one is philosophical. The Nameless One is immortal. Every time he dies, he returns. But something changes. Memories fragment. Personality shifts. Pieces of his soul detach and become separate beings. In the Planescape universe, belief shapes reality. That's it. And the Nameless One has lived so many lives that his existence wraps the metaphysical structure of the multiverse. He has altered faith systems, reshaped philosophical planes, defied cosmic law. His immortality is not a blessing, it's a distortion. He becomes a paradox, a man who should not persist, yet does. A being whose very survival rewrites metaphysical balance. He doesn't ascend through power, he ascends through persistence, through existence itself. Number 6. Arceus from Pokémon Legends. Arceus is not a warrior. It is origin. In Pokémon lore, Arceus is the creator of the universe. It forged time, space, and antimatter, birthing Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, if I pronounce all of them right. It exists beyond type advantage, beyond evolution, beyond mortality. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, the being encountered may only be an avatar, a fraction of true cosmic presence. Arceus doesn't fight for dominance. It defines reality. It chooses when to manifest. It governs existence itself. Every Pokemon battle, every elemental force, every legendary being traces back to its will. This is not ascension, this is creation embodied. But we have a number 7 too. The player in Undertale. I've played this game recently and I was, posting some of its pictures on Telegram and some other apps. I'm not going to talk about them, but I really like this game. We as a player, let's talk about it like this. Here's where it gets unsettling, okay? In Undertale, the player, which is us, controls Frisk. But during the genocide route, we have 3 routes. The good one, the modest one, when everything is good and nothing actually happens, and the bad one, the genocide one, that something shifts in this route. The players becomes aware. Timelines reset at will. Characters remember fragments of erased worlds. Entire universes collapse because of a choice in a menu. Do you believe it? When the player commits fully to destruction, reality is erased. It means that when you choose to kill every enemy you encounter instead of sparing them. I spared some of them and killed some of the others, so I got the normal route actually. But in this genocide route, reality is erased. Not metaphorically, literally. The screen goes black, existence ends, and then the player decides whether to restore it. This is meta-godhood. Control over narrative, over time, over memory, over consequence. The player doesn't become powerful inside the universe, They transcend it. And by the way, I didn't know the player is a girl or is a boy or is something in between. I do not know, but I took it as a boy. That was good. Really enjoyed the game. But number 8, the Guardian from Destiny 2. The Guardian wields the light, you know that? A paracasual force, meaning it operates outside normal cause and effect. They kill Oryx, a god king who commands throne worlds. They defeat entities tied to darkness itself. They step into realms where physics no longer applies. Bullets become expressions of cosmic energy. Supers reshape battlefields. Entire pantheons fall. The Guardian isn't a god by title. They are something stranger. A being outside deterministic law. A warrior sustained by a force older than civilizations. In a universe filled with deities and cosmic horrors, the Guardian stands equal. Not crowned, but undeniable. Okay. In the last video, we talked about characters who blew up everything. Do you remember it? Yeah, you remember it, of course. Now we've seen the ones who rose above everything. Do you like my ideas and how I generate them? If you haven't watched the destruction video, it's on screen now, you can watch it. And ascension hits harder after apocalypse. Subscribe so you won't miss any other original content. More legends are coming. Thank you so much for staying with me through the end of the video. As I said, subscribe to Susha Prime so you won't miss on, other videos, other ideas of mine. My channel is based on video game characters' psychology, not just video game characters. So subscribe. Thank you for staying with me. See you next time. Goodbye and good luck.